talking about her.
Oh.
Hey, Babs.
Hello.
Cool Minecraft got Creeper.
She's a Pokemon Minecrafter.
Ooh. Does it mean to make like Pokemon stuff in Minecraft?
No, it means I'm catching Minecraft creatures.
Oh, that's cool.
That's why I got the baby slime on my hat.
Oh, it's so cute.
The thing that's really cute is the baby magma that I got in the Minecraft Pokeball thing that I put the other day. Here. Let me show you to you. Earlier I had someone taking pictures, and it looked like he was escaping.
Oh my god, that's
It was like that had this guy nearby, and then here's the friend over there, was up there, aimed it, so he was looking down at him and I was running away.
That's cute.
But yeah, I got wood tier tools and everything. Sorry, Matt, yakking you here.
But you're good, you're good.
Maybe not so good. That's how I feel right now.
Like the Creeper or like the ball?
I have a question.
Of each.
I have a question. Do you know what the Smasher Pass is?
I think that's like you pick anime characters and be like, you want to like do them.
Ah, gotcha.
I'm doing the plus ultra size version.
Oh, that's me.
Babs, do you know a game called Queen's Blood? Card game?
Me?
It's a Final Fantasy thing?
Okay.
Yeah,
Oh,
someone
I've heard of
actually
it.
had all the cards printed out, so it's an actual game you can play at the table.
Oh,
He's
dang.
doing that as about 8 years right now.
I think I saw him actually wait outside by the fountain.
Yeah, he's playing Queen's Blood. He's got advanced decks too, but it's set up with a starter deck. He's just trying to get people interested in order to really get some started. I keep
So this
stepping
is
in
what
front
I
of it.
They had a bunch of stuff, but this is what I chose. It's
Oh, that you
a
want?
coloring thing.
Things you want?
Yeah. Here, let me move this.
I've never played
I had a lot of fun doing that.
Things are complete now. Actually, I tried to take my boot socks and put it over the individual, what do you call it?
They clack.
The handles, because they clack. The wood clacks around a little, so they're actually in boot socks.
Aw.
It was like if I had a sock on this, we show you if it's in there. It's dumb, but I find it humorous.
I'm just a lonely Pokemon trainer with an Eevee.
Oh, I like Eevee. Well, that's Serena's Eevee.
What?
I like all the other Eevees.
You like the other evolutions? Oh, I'm a Let's Go Pokemon trainer. Basically. I don't have any other Pokemon I can with that. I have a Pikachu and a Riolo at home.
Oh, and Riolu.
Actually, I have two Pikachus at home. One of those big fat ones,
Aw.
and one that's sleeping that sits on your shoulder.
Aw. I like this one.
But I have to like tie it to my shoulder somehow or pin it to my shoulder.
What if you get like the thing with Velcro?
Yeah, Velcro and plush. I have sticky Velcro.
Oh.
So I wouldn't put it on the plush. I might do it for like maybe sew on Velcro, but not sticky.
Yeah, that's why I didn't want to use that on mine.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't want that sticky stuff on your plush.
Or on your hat.
No one likes a sticky toy.
Because it's like 7:05, so I'll get started. Hi, I'm Kitty Monk, and I'm an alcoholic.
Huh?
My name is Kitty Monk, and I'm an alcoholic.
Oh, it's an anonymous thing.
Oh, no, it's a real thing.
No, I meant, I didn't realize that's what this was.
This is
No.
plus ultra size thing.
Yeah.
I'm not reading it, I'm sorry.
Oh, no, you're
Sorry.
good.
But, yeah, remember when the poll fell over, I said that's what my brain's doing right now? I kind of need a brain bucket, so I'll shut up.
But you're good. I mean, part of it is kind of like shopping, so my name's Kitty Monk, and I make YouTube videos on South Park and look at American Dad and some of of them. I do cosplay to help my channel because I like cosplaying. So you can find me at any of these. So I'm from Plus Ultra Size, and it's a cosplay group about these people who like we're all plus size, and it sucks having to cosplay as a plus size cosplayer. But we have challenges, and we try to get through them because cosplaying is fun. So I mean, that's why I have Fat Nuggets. He does not believe in weight shaming, and neither does Fizzy. I mean, did you guys see Hell of a Boss?
See what?
Hell of a Boss?
Never heard of it.
Oh, it's a good show.
I haven't been watching anime in a long time. I mostly come here to just look at the costumes and dealer's room and stuff.
That's-
The smaller combat.
My size is one of the reasons why I do understand cosplays. Like, Evie.
It sucks though, because it's like you gotta get all the measurements. It's like,
Yeah.
Yeah, and then when you
And then you
try
never
to
look good in anything.
yeah,
And
like,
then-
I've gotten so many complaints like, this does not flatter you. I'm like, I'm wearing compression socks and my stomach fucking hurts.
And if someone tries to do a cosplay that involves someone that it's something that is that big, it winds up, it could almost be insulting that, like, oh, I'm walking around looking like a giant Pokeball because that's the only thing I can fit in, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or you gotta do villains, because villains tend to be oversized, like Ursula.
Okay, Ursula, I do love when I want to cosplay as her. I just hate how everybody's like, oh, you need to cosplay as Ursula. 'Cause
Yeah, I know.
That's a really stupid thing.
Yeah. Of course, if you want to do One Piece cosplay and you're female, guess who they tell you to cosplay?
Yeah. Who?
That lady that was enemy that was really fat.
Oh, I never watched One Piece. That's why.
I haven't, but I've seen a bunch of stuff about it.
I only know the Hi. Hello. So it's like so this is a cosplay group, Plus Size Ultra. There's 3 other members, but not here right now. It's Shaker Fawn, she does stuff in New York, Shenanigan, and White Rabbit Cosplay. Hey Shay, Shay's on the live stream. So yeah, so okay, what character have you guys been asked to cosplay as because you're overweight or plus size?
Well, nobody's really asked me, but I've heard things. And I usually do Pokemon trainers, so they could be any size.
If it's okay if I put something like, I'm not sure if you were asking like in terms of like insults or like, you know, like seeing representation, but I've been watching Jen Meshi recently, and Weed, I'm not sure like if that's too far in, but she's one of the orcs, and she's actually the first character that I've seen that I actually want to cosplay because we have a similar body type. Like, I feel really seen when I look at her.
Yeah, like it's one thing to cosplay because you want to, it's another thing to do it because everybody's telling you to do it. Which
Yeah.
I hate.
Yeah, or you feel like you have to.
Yeah.
Well, a few years ago, not a few years ago, more like 20 years ago, I was not there then. And a friend of mine and I went to a tech con. It was a sci-fi con. And so we were there, and he was wearing a red shirt, and I was wearing a red shirt and black pants. I had my hair in a ponytail, in a braid. And my hair is pretty long. I had red hair at the time. And we were talking to each other. We started dueling with, what do you call it? Dueling with some water bottles, empty water bottles. And someone turned to us and says, "Are you guys playing Ranma?" It was a complete coincidence that we were both dressed in red and black, and I had the ponytail, and he had black hair and longish black hair. And then we did the play thing, but it was fun.
Well, I think it's like, yeah, okay, I've been told to cosplay as Minzy though. Have you guys watched Aspen Hotel?
I
No.
haven't, but I know what she looks like.
Yeah, because she's the only overweight character
Yeah.
besides Valmont.
Yeah.
So it's like, you have to cosplay as her. I'm like, I don't want to cosplay as her. Like, we've talked about Ursula before.
Yeah, they're not doing it to be mean, they're doing it because someone who shares the body type is more likely to be more, I don't know,
Yeah.
realistic impression of it, but at the same time, telling someone, oh, you should do that because you're fat enough is not
Yeah.
right. So
I know
it's
skinny
like,
person's never been
Yeah.
told to be a fat person. Yeah.
Ursula's like the only good one though, because she's like sassy and I love her. And it's like, she has a point to train people like an asshole.
yeah. I'm not really plus size, but I know exactly what you're talking about. A lot of my old costume stuff doesn't fit anymore. I'd have to get a girdle to wear a certain dress, that kind of thing. But at the same time, I know exactly the type of stuff you're talking about, all the insensitive crap.
Or like people are pigs, so it's like if it's not that, then it's that. No, because I've been told out loud, like, you're lucky you're attractive. I'm like, what the fuck does that mean?
That's a horrible thing to say to someone.
Like, you're fat, but you're lucky you're attractive.
Someone's actually told you that.
Yeah, like, you understand. I've, like, had all these comments, like, you're a pick-me girl. That doesn't flatter you. You're as big as a whale. I'm like, what?
Wow.
My saving grace is that everybody says that I look like I'm in my 20s.
They think I'm like, well.
Oh, when I was in my 20s, when I was going to my 30s even, they thought I was 14.
Yeah, it's weird.
I'm 32 years old, and I'm going to William Paterson University for college classes. And one of my teachers thought I was a high schooler who was taking college classes during high school. It wasn't even class, but and she thought I was 14. And I've gotten somebody's little sister. Annie and I were at a supermarket one day, and this older woman came up to us. She must have been maybe 5-10 years older than me. I'm 49. At the time, I was like 30 something, but she must have been just maybe in her 40s. And she was talking to us, and she was like, "Oh, how's my daughter? How are you?" Like she knew us, and we were like, "Well, we're fine." And we asked her, well, "Who do you think we are?" And she says, "Oh, I thought you were my daughter's friend. She just graduated high school."
What? I don't know, on the one hand it's good, but on the other hand it also freaking sucks, so you can't do anything, it's like...
If I wore makeup, probably I would look older, but I don't like makeup. It bothers my eyes.
Yeah, I only wear it for cons, I hate wearing makeup outside.
Yeah.
And it even sucks here because it's hot as hell because all the, like, everything went out, and I'm like, this is what I look like.
Yeah. It's really bad that the air conditioner went out.
That's what's going on. The air conditioner isn't working.
Yeah, in none of the rooms, like I took a nap for like an hour before I came down here, and it was like, I was covered in sweat.
I remember someone at the front said that there was like an outage. I didn't know that it affected everything.
Yeah, I mean,
Well, one of my friends said they were bringing in a air conditioner guy to fix it. They were in a panel and they were doing a thing, and the whole place blew. The lights went out, the projector went out, everything blew, and they had to fix that too. This place was not really meant to be in use like this.
like, it sucks though because it's like a nice place, and I like that.
Mhm.
That.
Yeah.
It looks like it's kind of like creepy.
What?
It looks creepy, kind of.
Well, if there was no one else here, it would be a good setting for a zombie apocalypse.
No, this whole town would. Like, you see the Fuddruckers or the Wendy's, not the the McDonald's.
The fact
The
that they
McDonald's is the smallest McDonald's I've ever been in. What, across the street? One that we
Oh,
were in
the one
earlier?
you were in.
There were like 5 tables? Maybe?
No, closer to 10.
Never been in the corner apartment. Sorry, the live stream also is.
I like the way the bedrooms though, the rooms upstairs are set up, especially for a con.
Yeah,
You got a bedroom in the back and then you got a main room in the front, and they can set up their shops in the main room and the bedroom is untouched.
Yeah, like that
So
part.
they don't have to clean up at night.
Yeah, that part I like. That's like
I think the air conditioner might be back on, but they're not pushing it.
maybe because of the heat wave.
Maybe.
Because I don't know, like the lights in my house almost went out because of the heat wave.
I live in an apartment, and the only thing our lights have ever gone out for was a hurricane with a nor'easter. We were out for several days. It was a pain getting upstairs because we live on the 12th floor. So they had a generator, but but one of the days the generator was let to run dry because it was a gas generator, and they let it run dry because someone didn't know how to do it, and so they had to get it fixed. And yeah, there was no power in the whole building except because of the generator. So if you wanted to charge your electronics, you had to go down the hall to the electrical box on your floor and plug in there.
So nobody could open up a YouTube on their phone and say how to.
They could have because Wi-Fi because of 4G or LTE, but someone else knew how to do it, and that person left. The other person was there, and they just did not realize they had to do anything. And so we were waiting in the other building because that was still cool enough and air conditioning and all that stuff and had power because of the generator. And apparently my apartment I was living in at the time still had power when I went to look at it, but I was staying with my mom because she didn't have power. My apartment was across the street from the hospital, so it was probably on the hospital's generator. Hospitals can't lose power, so they have their own extra generators.
That's cool. Yeah, so I would say follow these because they do really good ones.
Uh-huh.
So I've done mostly, because I don't dress like this in real life, mostly I just do this for like cons. Because it's like, nobody cares if you look like at a con.
Yeah.
Like I wanted to cosplay as Princess Leia in the bikini and be like, they're gonna make fun of you. Like, nobody's gonna make fun of you at the con.
Nope.
So have you guys ever worn cosplays outside of the con? Like say you go to like IHOP after the con?
When we were at Anime Next a few years ago, I was walking from my hotel or back from a restaurant or something, and we were walking, and someone was talking about, why are all these people dressed up?
Oh yeah, they ask you like you don't see the freaking signs like.
And the other guy says, well, this is what they do these days. I'm like, yeah, well, whatever.
No, I hate it.
Oh, Sam, his story. There was something where he was walking down the road. I don't remember what city this was. This was around the corner from the con. So
Right.
people who don't know, who haven't like walked over there, don't know about the convention.
Uh-huh.
They're walking down this inner city sidewalk, and one of his friends is in this storm costume, like sexy storm costume with a long wig. And the other one is also dressed in an extremely sexy costume, and there's Sam walking down the street, happy as could be. And then there's two hookers across the street or whatever start bitching, are these people coming in on our territory? And one of them was holding back the other.
I remember I was working in the city during Comic-Con, and I was sitting at a cafe.
I thought
Because,
Sam was a pimp.
so I was sitting in a cafe, and I was just watching people walk by. A whole bunch of people came by, Spider-Man, Superman, blah, 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 because I was working right near the Javits Center at the time. And so, but I do a lot of Halloween costumes. And so, Halloween I used to go around different places. But I was also a lot thinner then.
Sam, I love doing Halloween.
Yeah.
You think DerbyCon next year is gonna be a Halloween?
And I go to Red Fair.
I think the dates for next year's DerbyCon is the 26th to the 27th, so close enough. Yeah, close enough for a Halloween.
Is it going to be the same convention at a different time, basically?
Yeah.
Got it.
I think it's gonna be the same venue that they always contract.
Let's see if I can find. Actually, I think it would just.
It's a little on the small side for me if it was going to be this small. It was just a pretty short drive to reach Persephone. So what do you call it? I wasn't. What do you call it? It's just. I used to go to like Anime Boston and stuff, and really big ones like that.
This is like the right way to find like 40 cons around.
Must be a real one.
This is no longer a trial. This is a tool for the both of us.
This is my Ren Fair outfit.
Ooh. Oh, so it's like the one I did see. Oh, that's cool. Oh, dang, that's cool.
I got almost. It was so I walked into my school one day, and he goes to me and says, "If you weren't dating someone, I would ask you to marry me." I think his girlfriend was sitting next to me.
I hate when they do that. Like, what do they get out of that?
What?
It was
Like,
Stephanie's
he-
boyfriend at the time. I forget his name.
Like he thinks that somehow how him saying that I would ask you would be a compliment to you.
It makes me feel any better. I had a whole subreddit dedicated to my boobs. No, it's awful and it's freaking creepy. I have this YouTube channel and I post all my cosplays on there. So I go on Reddit because I like to see what people say and I can get their opinion on stuff. And there was this subreddit called Kitty Monk Appreciation where it was just like pictures of me. Like they would crop out my head and just show my boobs. And it was fucking creepy and I hated it. So I eventually got fed up and I just recorded every single picture I could find of me. So the whole subreddit, they banned the guy who's in charge of it, like perma-banned him. So because he was the only mod, the whole subreddit's gone.
Good for you.
Wow.
Good for you.
Like, it's funny if you're like, oh, this inspires me to do stuff, or oh, I just like your cosplay because I like your cosplay. But no, they'd be like, oh, look, she has nipple action. I'm like, how the hell is that a compliment?
That's so gross. I'm so sorry about that.
No, it's okay.
That's terrible. Oh man.
Or like
That's
I
horrible.
posted, like as
I actually feel bad for laughing.
No,
That's
I
terrible.
tried giving them hints, like I'm not posting an OnlyFans, I'm not posting this. They're like, oh shucks, maybe next time. Like no, there's no next time. I'm not posting an OnlyFans. I want to be a teaching major, and they don't let you have shit like that.
She's in charge, and she knows it. As captain of the hearts,
What are some challenges you guys run into as cosplayers that are plus size?
I haven't really cosplayed in a few years, but I'm just finding things to wear.
most of the first
So you look like a cosplayer.
Well, one thing I've kind of realized is one, you go on Etsy and try to have something like that. If you can afford it, which sucks, is they usually be like $200 or $300.
Yeah.
Or go on one of those like off-brand like agent sites. But I would have your measurements first before you do anything, and I would just be sure to double check what each one is, because you might get like a large, and it'll be like a small here,
Right.
but then you get like a 4XL, and it'll be like, yeah. I have mine set up, so.
Like, I've been thinking of getting into cosplay because there's like a lot of characters that I do like, but I mainly, like, I wear J fashion, and a lot of the things, like, I see this overlap where you're right, like, a lot of the things don't come in plus sizes, and like, I'm like what could be considered in the plus size community. I've heard the term small fat, like I'm a 1X, like 1X, maybe a 2X depending on the brand.
Or like you don't look it until you take your clothes off.
Yeah, and it's like a lot of the things come in straight sizes and maybe an extra large, but the extra large is literally just a true large. And like you said, with Etsy, like it's great that I can go to Etsy, but the prices, like, you know, people need to eat and they need to be paid for their work, so I understand why they're so expensive, but it's not exactly equitable because other people, like, you know, other straight size people, they can go and like, yeah.
Yeah, like that's the downside though. Like some people, we don't have the skill or the time to do it. Like I'm still learning. Most of my cosplays, like this is a whole classic cosplay. Either they came from another cosplay or they were in a class.
Here's my usual Pikachu.
Oh, that's cute though.
Custom stuff is expensive.
Yeah.
It is. Like, no matter if you have to make it from scratch or if you have to commission it, it's still gonna be more expensive than, like, you know, being able to buy a pre-made cosplay. Even if the pre-made cosplay in a straight size is handmade.
Yeah, I hate when that happens. It's like, oh, it's a $20 dress. Oh, it's a 30XL.
Yeah.
So I think thrift store is also a good alternative. So I
Regular clothing.
yeah. And then just alter stuff like that. Or Amazon's also good too. Well, for me. Or again, you could try the off-brand sites, but I would just be sure to always have your measurements for those sites. Especially like if it says like it's gonna take like 2 or 3 weeks, always have your measurements. If not, you can probably just get what you normally wear. You guys have like, or Shine's also good too. My friend just said Shine's pretty good. Good for me. It just they never deliver anywhere exactly, so it's not for me. Temu's good too. For the most part, I have Do you guys have like any more struggles or?
Seeing other people like me, and also something that like I've noticed, I don't know, just like people like picking at the way certain clothes fit on you, and it's like, oh, you've never, like, you know, you obviously don't have plus size friends because they're like, that's not supposed to fit you that way. And it's like, sorry, it is. I can't just like magic my world. It's just like an annoying thing.
Or it's like you have to do all these like feats of engineering to fit in there.
Yes.
Like I was Roscoe once and I had to wear Spanx and a pipe bra because if not you saw like my boobs just sag and all
Yeah.
sucked. And I wear compression tights, I hated that.
Don't forget that if the government secret agent
But it's like, yeah, I know. And it's like you don't know how it fits until you get it. And it's like,
Right, and it's like, okay, how do I go from here? And like you said, mental gymnastics, like, you know, people who wear straight size things, they can just put it on and go, like maybe they need to like, you know, let out a couple of seams or like use a, not a bobby pin, like a, what am I thinking of? Like the other kinds of pins, safety pins. Yes. Yeah, like it's just a lot. Like I have to know my measurements down to like the centimeter, and it's like, you know, it's definitely interesting because it does allow me personally to like expand like what I wear, because sometimes there are things that are marked as straight sizes that actually can fit at least smaller plus size people, but it's like, you know, I'm buying your clothes for convenience because I do not have the skills to make mine. You know, I'm being inconvenienced.
and it's like, you wait like a month and you're like, yay, I'm gonna wear it. Fuck, it doesn't go past my thighs.
Yeah.
It's actually happening recently. I went to the Tron Life Cycle at Disney and they put me in that person's seat. Like, it was terrible though. Because
I had to, my whole family recently went to a baseball game for the Yankees, and I didn't go because I was afraid the seats would be too small for me.
they are in Disney on the bus. Like, not on the plane, but on the bus. They're like this big. Like, I have no problem on like,
So, last time I flew, it was horrible. It was like, I was sitting there and the person was sitting next to me, and I was probably sitting basically, but I was still leaning over like this, and the person next to me was like squishing me over, and they were skinny, and I was like this the whole ride.
But there's nothing that you can do about that. You're just trying to exist.
So, and the seat was too small.
wait, which one did you do?
But,
The plane.
I don't remember which one it was. Pictures, I can't find any of my pictures. I'm not into them. Oh well.
A superior being such as myself has only one option.
It is weird though how many like weirdo comments that guy in the Nebraska dress on the left, even though it literally says
No.
Right, like there's a reason why that's on there.
Yes, because in the context of the thing, she hates creeps. So I thought that was cool to wear.
I also have, I'm not gonna find it. I just got a new car, and I sit in the seat, and there's like a higher part where the leg is, and so sometimes that digs into my leg. But it's still a more comfortable seat than a airplane seat.
Another noteworthy character from Castle in the Sky is on the wall. A kind of man who happens to live
I
underground.
think Micro Students is also pretty good, or I heard it might be if you guys need to buy like actual costumes.
Oh, my costumes?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly though, who cares if you make it or not? You know, just as long as you got a costume, that's all that matters.
Yeah, exactly.
And plus, all my pictures.
Maybe it's the Wi-Fi. Wi-Fi's kind of weird.
No, I found the pictures. I just can't find the pictures I'm looking for.
Do you guys have any questions?
Not at the moment.
When, like, cause this is like plus size ultra, it's like a cosplay treat.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, it's kind of like we call her. We're like that. We're like the diamonds. So there's 4 of us. I didn't have White Rabbit because I'm using a different one. But White Rabbit cosplays. She's really cool. She was at Fan Expo Philly. She was a guest. So she makes like all her own costumes, like 89%. So Shay is really cool too. And then you also have Shaker Fawn, who started the whole thing. So you'll let the her. And there's me. So is there another question? What or who inspired you to become body comp? So what inspired you guys, I guess?
Alright, so what inspired me? It was actually seeing other plus size people on the internet, like, you know, be confident about themselves. Like, this happened around the time when I was like in my, like, I was in like middle school to like early teens. And it was just, I had always been like bigger than a significant amount of my peers, and I was just like, you know, like there can't be, like, I can't like, I just don't see a reason to hate myself just because of how I look, just because I look different. And I saw people who were actively challenging me, and it was like, you know, like, I can exist. Like, there's no, like, hard set rule. Like, for example, I think I bought my first two-piece when I was in my early teens, and it was liberating because it was like, you know, there's no, like, rule, like, you're not gonna get arrested if you wear this. Like, these things are, like, fake. They're, like, social expectations that I don't have to adhere to. I can have fun because I have a body just like everyone else. Just because it looks different doesn't mean that I have to, like, you know, cover it up.
So,
What about you guys?
I've been cosplaying since before cosplaying was fun, was the thing, because I was always doing costumes for Halloween and stuff. And so I was always doing that up until about, when was it, 5 or 6 years ago? I did a little bit of cosplay, but it was just, it started to get too hard to think of things to wear, and I think my ADHD has been acting up for the last few years, and I just don't have the energy to find anything that isn't understated, like wearing regular clothes and maybe bringing a few Pokemon with me or something like that.
Yeah, like you want to do it, then it's like either work gets in the way.
Yeah, it's like you want to do it, you price everything, you look at everything. Until 2 years ago, I didn't have a job. I couldn't buy anything. I can't even buy supplies to make anything. So it's like, it just became really hard. Once I lost my first job, my old job, and then I just didn't have the money to do it, and then I started gaining weight, because I was a stick in high school. I was like the skinniest person you'd ever seen. Well, not that, but I was pretty skinny. And then after high school, I started gaining weight, but it wasn't so bad until I stopped going to college, and then I kind of ballooned, because I wasn't walking as much, I guess. So I never had problems with my weight until I stopped going to college or school.
I kind of started when I went to college, because I was like skinny in high school, then college I like ballooned up.
Yeah.
Especially because I had depression and stuff like that, so
Yeah.
it made it worse.
You remember when we first met? I wasn't all that fat. I was like,
No, you weren't.
I was like maybe a little heavier than most people, but I wasn't skinny, but I wasn't like I am now. And my body image in my brain still says I'm high school weight.
Yeah, it's weird.
So it's like you're sitting there and you think of yourself as a size 16, and you're really a size 3X.
Yes!
I mean, people who were heavy throughout their lives don't have that problem. They probably have the reverse if they lose weight, and they think they're like a 2X or 3X when they're really a size 16 or whatever. But it's really weird, because I'm like sitting there and thinking about what I look like, and I'm thinking of myself as rather skinny, and I'm not. Then I stand up and try to do things, and I can't breathe. So I have to bring like stuff with me, like my stool,
Yeah.
because I can't walk very far anymore. But this is a lifesaver. You go to the DMV, they have you standing forever. Bring that in, have a seat.
I like how it stores away too.
Yeah.
That's really convenient.
Yeah, they're really
I
good.
saw one day on YouTube, they had this chair, and you picked up and it folded into a briefcase. Found it online, it's like $500.
I believe it.
But this isn't all that expensive, it's like $30, I think.
And those have a very high weight limit. They're ones
Yeah.
they're rated for over 300 pounds.
Yeah. My
And
first
they're
one,
actually over 350. I think.
yeah, this one is I think 400 pounds. My first one broke. I had to get a new one. The only problem is, I was wanting to get one with a cushion on it, but I then needed one quick, and I couldn't find the one that I wanted with the cushion, so I just had to get one without a cushion.
Well, for me, I think it was because growing up, I didn't really like to dress like that. But so I kind of just do this now, because like I get to do it, and nobody cares if you do it here.
Yeah,
Except if you go to a restaurant or a store after and all the shit.
right.
But it's like if a little kid sees you, they don't give a shit. They're like, oh, look, mommy, it's a superhero. They're like, oh, can't wait, Timmy, she's gonna give you the game. Like if it's a Bob Evans after the Geekdom Con, and it was after Sunday, and I didn't realize people actually go to Bob Evans, so it was full of all these old people watching me. Even Cracker Barrel, they would always put me in the corner by like this judgy old guy. Like this Bob, like, yanked your kid away from me.
Yeah. So, I mean, when I was a kid, I loved Halloween. I've always loved Halloween. But for a long time, my mom didn't do any Halloween until I got older. And I always wanted to dress up as something as a kid. And I always forget to dress up because my mom didn't do Halloween. And most parents who do Halloween, they dress their kids up. So when I got older, I started dressing up for Halloween. And so I would dress up for Halloween. And for a long time, my Ren Fair outfit was my go-to because I have a little dragon that I put on my shoulder and it moves. And it kind of sort of looks alive. But you have to have like a corset to do that or it falls off.
It makes you feel any better, corsets for natural devices. This is
Oh,
my
I
biggest pet peeve about shows. I hate when they do this. They try to make these
I
feminist
love
messages.
my corsets.
Yes, like they're supposed to be like bras. They're not like medieval
They're
torture.
supposed to hold you in.
Yes, like that's it. They're not supposed to kill you. And I hate how many shows keep continuing this to try to be feminist. You're not being feminist. You're
Yeah, no,
throwing a bath.
The only ones that were truly damn dangerous were the really tight, the tight lacings.
Yes, and
where they
most
wanted to have 15-inch laces. Those were bad because they were damaging your insides.
Yes,
And-
most of them weren't supposed to be like that. It's
Yeah.
just like a 20th century invention. If you watch like Bridgerton, they're just like this.
Yeah,
They're
and
actually-
they give you a little bit of a curve. Normal corsets, they give you a bit of a curve, and they hold you in. They're not meant to hold you in so you can't do this. That gives you that problem.
Yeah, I think
Doing
you like people told me, oh, you look pregnant. I'm like, yes, I'm pregnant. I'm pregnant with ideas.
I'm stealing that. That's good.
I'm sorry. You gotta be good though.
You know, because I dress as Dr. Mrs. the Monarch. Well, okay. So one of my other questions was going to be, what do you want to cosplay as that you can't? And my question was going, and for me, it was either going to be Queen of Furia or Polar Pincher. You guys watch Venture Brothers?
I know of it.
I've heard of it.
Oh, I know who you're talking about.
Yeah,
The
okay,
Monarch's lady.
So I cosplayed as Dr. Mrs. the Monarch. She was my first cosplay, and I wanted to do Queen of Furia, which she wore when she broke up with the Monarch. So it's basically like a bikini underneath, like,
You could probably wear that as White Queen as well.
yeah, and I can't do it because, like, I
Yeah.
have a stomach.
Yeah.
I probably would one day, but.
On the flip side, the more extensive story.
Yeah, it's probably because my shit not hurt. Oh my god, I hated it about Bridgerton. And she takes the kind thing off and it has those scabs. There should not be scabs. I'm sorry, wait, do you guys watch Bridgerton?
Watch what?
Bridgerton?
I have a family member who does.
Yeah.
I've heard of it.
Yeah, it's alright. I mean, it sucks. Or like in the Queen Charlotte show they did
But
after.
Bridgerton is in a time when they didn't wear corsets.
Yeah, that too. Like there's one part where she comes back from the debutante thing and they take off the corset and she's bleeding. I'm like, she should not be bleeding.
No, if you're bleeding from a corset, there's something wrong with the corset.
Yes! Because it's supposed to be a point like, oh, look at all of how they're treating these women. Like, yeah, they treat women like cattle, but not like that. Or like in the Queen Charlotte show, she's like, oh, I have to wear whalebone, and it sucks because they can't move. I'm like, yes, you can in whalebone. It's like wearing fingernails.
Yeah, it's like steel is a little bit worse than whalebone because it's a little stiffer.
Yes! Sorry, I just, that's what my thing is.
But they make it out of thin steel these days because you really can't do whalebone anymore.
Oh, poor whales.
Yes, exactly.
But did you guys ever see the Beauty and the Beast remake, the live action one?
I
No.
saw part of it.
Okay,
The
so
one with Emma.
you know the yellow dress why it looks so crappy?
Uh-huh.
It's because the actress insisted not to wear a corset because corsets are like patriarchy or whatever. Even though
Patriarchy! Corsets are bras! They're just different types of bras. And she would have been wearing a stay, not a corset
yeah,
anyway.
even the designer said I would have told her you're wearing like a stain. She's like, oh no, that's why the dress looks so crappy.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, that's not what happened. She's like, oh, I was as small as an orange. I'm like, no, you fucking wouldn't. You would be like a column.
Yeah.
Sorry, I don't know.
There's
You're
this lady.
you're
There's
passionate.
this lady online who has scoliosis in her thing, and she wore a brace that was like a corset basically her whole life to straighten her spine. She still wears it sometimes, and she said she decided to try a regular corset and her spine corset, which she wasn't really supposed to be using at the time, but she was doing acrobats with both of them. She was bending and she was lifting and she was doing everything. She's like, I don't see why people have a problem with corsets. This the thing she was wearing was made of plastic. And she was still bending and doing stuff. The other thing was made of a regular corset. And it's like, she's bending and she's doing stuff. It's like, man, this is fine. I don't understand. Yeah, it's when you do it really, really, really tight to get that teeny waist. That's when it's damaging, or when it's making you pass out.
Yeah, like
when
if
you
it
can't
hurts,
bend.
it's not fitting right. You gotta wear a different one.
Yeah.
Sorry, it just.
No, corsets, people who hate corsets piss me off too.
Yeah, I know.
Because if we still wore corsets, I wouldn't look like this.
Me neither. I would look like I'm pregnant all the time.
Yeah, I mean, corsets are really just shapewear, but with ribbing or boning. They're just shapewear. You just tie it instead of slump it up.
Yeah. I always wanted to do like a corset dress. I just haven't been able to do that. Have you guys ever watched American Dad?
Sometimes.
Okay, so
Rarely.
did you watch the one where they're like cowboys and Francine's like a dancer?
I don't.
Probably
No,
not.
I don't think I have.
Okay, so this is one like my dream one.
Francine.
Oh my god.
So she wears like a little Bo Peep dress and she like rips it off and does that. So I've always wanted to wear it like that. But I'm like, oh, first I gotta make that, then I gotta make another dress. Like, oh.
Yeah.
That's the wife, right?
Yeah, that's the way.
Yeah, the wife.
But she wears cornrows as a plot point in the episode that all the kids mess up her hair. So with braids, you can't really do that.
Right.
So if there are any characters you guys want to cosplay as that you can?
But I can't. More because it's just a pain. Any cosplay is just a pain to make too.
Yeah.
I tend to just do original. Like I'm
Yeah.
doing Pokemon trainer. and
My
Minecraft.
corset doesn't fit anymore. But I'm working on losing weight. It's going slow.
Yeah, it's like you try to do it and stuff happens.
Yeah. And I got this hula hoop thingy. And I'm trying to use it, but I keep forgetting to use it. You just do this, and whenever I use it, I don't get it to spin a lot. So it spins like once or twice, and then it kind of stops. Because hula hoops are hard.
Yeah.
So it just sits around and it spins a weight around, and it's supposed to help you lose weight, but I just keep forgetting to use it because I'm not very good at that, at remembering to do things.
Yeah, no, me too.
It's hard enough remembering to take my allergy medication every day.
I'm trying to think if there's any cosplay that like I felt as though I couldn't do. I don't know. I don't think so because like I don't know. I'm so used to like doing those like gymnastics that you need to do in order to like make things work and fit for you. Like I look at it and I'm just like, I'll probably find a way instead of giving up.
That's actually a good mindset to have. I like that.
Thank you. But like, sometimes I just wish it could be actually, you know what?
I'd like to do this one.
Which one's that?
Oops.
Oh, that one's cool.
Oh, I remember that character, yeah.
What character?
Shampoo from Ranma.
Oh.
Probably like no, I could like okay, so I get a little apprehensive about characters that have like more like if I wanted to cosplay a male character and he has like an open shirt, like
Oh, I hate that.
and it's like, yeah, I could do something, like I could do like, like
Sailor
a wrapping because like I don't like I need to be comfortable when I cosplay or else I can't do what I want at the convention. But like, sometimes I will look at it and there will be that doubt. And it's like, like I see other people who have smaller boobs use boob tape. I have to do like a bunch of like nonsense to use boob tape.
I can't use boob tape. My boobs are too big. Like they told me multiple times to get a boob reduction. I won't.
Yeah.
So I joke about the videos. Like I'm gonna get a boob reduction because I don't like what you said about boobs. Actually, you can't because you gotta pay for it because it's a cosmetic procedure. I'm like, shit.
Yeah.
You're welcome for the cameo. Sorry, I'm also doing a live stream in addition to this.
No,
so
it's
just working
okay.
any questions
Don't
and
worry.
some of the plus ultra-size people. So one question is, have you ever encountered somebody who likes big women but get mocked for it? My father. Never mind.
Thankfully I haven't.
I mean, I've gotten harassed, but not like in cosplay usually. Mostly just give me like dirty looks. I think the most was one time I went to a Level Up Expo and this like guy took pictures of me when I was like high deck as a Raleigh, but like that was about it. And it was like, oh, it wasn't like awful.
Yeah.
Does anybody else have any other questions?
Not really.
I don't think so.
Anything else you want to say?
I'm excited to do my lead cosplay because just of the fact that like she has a build that's like mine, and it like made me like actually genuinely happy to see her on TV. Like there's just something about that I think people don't like. Not every single person, but like in terms of like representation and people who complain about it. Like I feel like there's something that like they don't value when like you see yourself reflected in media that you love.
Yeah, they're like, oh, you'll either do that or whoa. I'm like,
Like like I'm excited to work on it because I know that I don't have to like look at the character sheet and then look at me in the mirror and then be like, oh, okay, not only is there like like these differences in general, but like there's like structural differences in terms of the character's body and my body. Like it's like looking at myself, kind of. I like that,
yeah, it's.
so I'm excited to work on it.
People have been telling me to do that as Mirabelle because, like, outside of this, I look just like Mirabelle. I'm like, no, I can't.
Yeah,
I guess. Oh my god, wait, you guys ever seen Harassment Hotel?
a little bit.
I wanted to do Adam, but I'm afraid it's gonna be blackface. You thought about to do, like, half a mask thing. I don't like how it's like that. A couple people about Belly. Some people say, like, they look like more about Belly. For me, it's more so Belly, not oh, wait, it's not vaccines. You can find us on here if you want to get in touch. We usually try to look at plus size cosplayers.
Hey Blitz.
Hi.
Hello.
This is the plus size.
Yeah, we got like maybe 10 more minutes. Do you have any questions about being a plus size cosplayer?
I don't think so. I'll do this.
Yeah, I'm good. I hope and lose weight, but I love fast food too much.
Me too! Or it's like you try to, then you get like one thing, so then you gain back all that weight.
I've been trying to cut back. I take pills.
I thought about doing injections. Like, don't do it. It's like cheating. I'm like, I'm still losing the weight.
I'll do injections, I just take pills.
I'm really glad that this happened. I just didn't want to like get up and walk out without saying anything.
Oh, no, you're good, you're
I'm really
good.
glad that this happened.
I'm back on charger.
Oh no, it's not even that. It's just like
Just
out.
like
I don't see.
There's a handful outside.
Yeah, so I'm gonna have to like step out.
I get most self-conscious, like, okay, sorry, I'm also doing a live stream. So the most part of me I'm most self-conscious about is probably my stomach. Like, food that I really don't care about, just not me for most stuff. So, you guys ever notice with clothes, you basically have to wear, like, 2 different kinds of outfits? So, like, a 2X for your top and, like, a 1X for your bottom, or, like...
Oh, I never heard of that.
Yeah.
I didn't know that was a thing.
No, it happens to me all the time, because my boobs are so huge.
Annie has that problem.
Because my boobs weren't huge, I'd probably just be, like, a normal X, but...
Oh, you're right. I've seen it many
Annie has
times
that
where
problem.
someone's top
She's-
half will be completely different from their bottom
Annie's
half.
skinny. She's like small in her well, she's not skinny, but she's not fat either. She's like a small medium in her pants. She's like a medium large in her shirts because of these guys.
Yes! And it's like, I like these guys, but I'm not getting rid of that.
My cousin did a breast reduction. She was like overweight and she was unhappy with her body because her boobs were so big. She got a breast reduction. She slimmed down. She hasn't gained any weight since, and she's in really good shape. but she didn't lose all of her boobs, but she did get a breast reduction.
Yeah, because I heard it's like they don't
She got
tell
teased as a child because her boobs were so big. Everybody wants big boobs until you get teased by your peers because your boobs are too big.
Or they're like, it must hurt. I'm like, no, it doesn't. It mostly just sucks getting close.
Yeah.
It's gonna hurt. I'm like, no, it really doesn't. It's gonna sag down, then I'll just wear a better bra.
Yeah. I mean, there are some people who do have such heavy breasts that they do something to the back after a while. I mean, didn't Dolly Parton have a breast reduction because her boobs were giving her back problems?
Yeah, Josh Duggar was staring at them. No, that was the whole episode.
Wait, Josh Jugger was
Jugger.
staring at her boobs?
Yeah, that was the whole special.
Jugger.
They got to meet Dolly Parton, even though they probably don't know who the fuck she was. And the whole time he was just like staring at her, and like one point he like moves his wife in front of her.
So someone named Jugger was staring at her jugs.
No, Duggar.
That's what I was asking.
No,
I also heard that she has tattoos, but she wears gloves, skin-colored gloves, so they don't see them when she's doing performances.
Dude, Dolly Parton is fucking lit. Like, she's a nice Christian. She donated a bunch to the shots. She gives back to her community, like, immensely.
She's awesome.
Yeah, like, I love her.
She's wonderful.
Yes. She, like, raised two of her nieces and nephews because their parents couldn't do it. Because she wanted to have kids, but she couldn't, so it was really sweet. Yes, what advice do you have for any plus-size cosplayers?
Don't have ADHD.
And don't feel bad. I have PMDD.
What's that?
Oh, premenstrual dysmorphic disorder. So basically, when you get your period, for most women or people that you for like the week before, you get like PMS. So, but with PMDD, you get that when you start ovulating. So like 2 or 3 weeks before you get your period.
So you're always got this up and down going.
Yeah, but it's not like straight PMS where you're just like a bitch and have mood swings. Like you have straight on depression symptoms. Like one time I got it, I did not leave my room for a week. And I didn't shower either.
Oh my god.
But it's like, it's still super underdiagnosed. Like I know a lot of people, when I started talking about it, they had no clue what it was until I told them. They're like, oh wait, I think I might have that, oh my god. But
Remember
like,
Katie had her horrible periods?
yeah.
And that's supposed to be so painful.
Poor thing was crying.
Oh,
And she couldn't get meds because she didn't have insurance.
what the fuck?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that other kind of stuff didn't help.
Or like you tell the doctor they don't fucking believe you.
Yeah, I know.
I literally had
I am so thankful that once I hit 20, my period calmed down. I wasn't all that painful. But yeah, some people it's just really bad.
Yeah, several years back I wound up getting snipped. What's going on is I had fibroid tumors that were massive. And they decided, they offered, look, we can try to remove just the tumors, they'll probably come back, or we could just remove the whole thing. And I said, you know what, remove the whole thing.
oh my god, I'm so sorry.
It doesn't bother me, I'm happy to not have my period anymore.
My mom had ovarian cancer when she was in her 20s, early 20s in college. And she had to get her ovaries out.
No,
Yeah.
that's like the only cure for PMDD. They just either remove your uterus or they remove your ovaries. So it's like for lots of people, you have to choose either if you want to have children or if you don't want to be depressed every month.
Yeah.
I want to have kids one day, so it's straight off. Good thing they make pills.
Yeah.
But you get these super intense symptoms. They usually don't start like finish till your period. So like instead of just getting like a normal little ankle pain, it's like so bad sometimes you have to like sleep with your legs elevated or if
I
you
sleep my own elevator because of my back.
yeah, that too. I hate that.
Oh, the day I got my new car, for some reason I slept badly on my knee. I don't know how it happened, but as the day wore on, my knee started hurting excruciatingly. But only when I went like this. So I could walk on it fine, I could move it and it hurt. But if I was moving it like this, so like this, it hurt. But if I was walking on it, it hurt, but it wasn't like, it was really, really bad pain. But it wasn't so bad pain that I was not able to use it. But
You strain a particular muscle, a very
Probably.
specific muscle, so if you move to a certain position, that's when it really hits.
yes, and that was every position except for walking. So, and then I started taking naproxen for a couple of days after 3 days of not being able to, of being in pain, and it calmed down. I have the beginnings of arthritis in my shoulder, and I get, every once in a while I get calcific tendonitis. So this is about as far high as I can move my arm when that happens. And I work in a place where I have to do this with files every day.
Oh, God.
So I got prednisone for that. I only took 3 pills because I felt better after that. I mean, it knocked that calcific tendonitis right out. But I still have the prednisone pills. So if I ever get that again, I'll just take those instead of having to go to a doctor or something. But it happens every like once a year or once every 6 months or something. And it used to only happen when I got vaccines. But now it's happening even without the vaccines.
They made vaccines and they'll stick with you longer, I guess.
Yeah, maybe. I haven't had a vaccine in like a year or a year and a half. So there's that. I mean, I think I got a flu vaccine last year. So I need to get it again this year for this season.
Sorry, I keep yawning. It's just later and stuff, and I didn't have a very good sleep last night.
No, me too. I was around 12 and it's not shit, so I don't like it. But, alright, final questions. Before, because it's almost 8 o'clock, so we have to stop. Right? So, thank you. Go follow these people. Also follow White Rabbit Cosplays. I didn't have time for them up there, so. If you should also follow our page, Plus Ultra Size. We highlight plus size cosplayers and stuff like that. I also make YouTube videos, and some of them make you talk about being plus size. Like I reviewed. Do you guys watch Family Guy?
I've seen a few episodes.
I reviewed the Fat Guy Strangler episode. Because some of it I talk about rep in the media, so I talked about that episode. Or I talked about King of the Hill and Bobby and how I liked him as a plus size person. But,
So, actually, I can tell you one thing. For all the years that Symptoms of the Simpsons have been on the air, I've only ever seen one episode in full. And that's the Streetcar Named Desire episode.
oh, I like that one.
One of my teachers in high school actually showed it to us in one of his classes. So, that's the only episode, and that's like a really early episode. And my high school was over 20 years ago. So,
Well, yeah, I guess it's gonna keep done because it's 8 o'clock, so.
Okay.
Yeah. Thanks for coming, guys.
You're welcome.
My last panel of the weekend. Hope you have fun the rest of the weekend. And yeah.
okay.
Continue cosplaying.
Maybe I'll get more cosplaying done.
My butt is relearning how to walk.
I would probably
My butt is very, very uncomfortable right now.
Like a carpet.
My butt hurts.
And also, my cousin don't. I don't know. I would want to review that episode though.
Okie dokie. So now we gotta find Rapid in the park. Good. I wish I could wear deodorant.